Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today we will discuss the question, is Mexico a good spot for expats and digital nomads and people that earn their money online and then live somewhere else, either in a nomadic lifestyle as in a digital nomad, the stuff that I try to do at the moment, or even for settling in and living on long term somewhere in Mexico. So I am currently in Playa del Carmen in Mexico, and I just recently started my digital nomad life. You can see here Playa del Carmen is on the so-called Riviera Maya. You can see it's quite close to Cuba. You can imagine the weather is really nice here. So it's currently May, which is like known as the hottest month here in the Riviera Maya. And also Cancun is a bit more popular. In Cancun, that's the biggest city nearby with the second biggest airport in Mexico. People from America, people from the United States especially, they love Cancun. They come there to party all the time. And in this video I just want to share my experiences in Mexico. It's going to be a bit more like a story time without actually showing so much of Mexico. It's more going to be me talking about my experiences, and I hope you find it interesting. So first of all, one thing that I really like about Mexico, even though this area here is a bit more touristy, like everything from Tulum to Cancun is known as like the touristy spot in Mexico, and this is where I have been most of the time. And even though this is counted as like the most expensive part of Mexico, trust me guys, it's still really cheap if you are familiar with European or even American prices. If you want to go really cheap in Mexico, you should go to, for example, Chiapas, which is like 10 hours away from where I am at the moment. But trust me, even Playa del Carmen, if you don't just hang out in the main street where all the tourist things are, then you are gonna find it to be really affordable. This is one of the most amazing things about Mexico, is that it is in the touristy areas. It's really developed. Like you have all the cool things like even Walmart and fancy restaurants and good hotels and good accommodations, but it's still really affordable, and this is the amazing thing. If you do plan to stay for longer, I really recommend you in fact to go to Airbnb. Don't book it for like 2 or 3 months. Book it for the minimum time. Most places here in Mexico have like a minimum duration of stay for like 3 nights or something. Book it for this amount of time, and then you can negotiate with the owner a cheaper price. And trust me guys, in 95% of all cases, you will save a lot of money doing this, especially if you plan to stay for a lot longer. If you go to Airbnb, it's a great place. I found this one here, for example, the Pool Room Playa. We stayed there for like 3 weeks. It had this pool table, which I really like. It had the so-called Casa Club, which was an outdoor area with a pool and a fitness studio. It had security 24/7, and we stayed there for 28 euros a night. Keep in mind though, this was for 4 people, so it was 7 euros per person per night, which is really affordable for all the amenities that you get. And it was in a really nice area. The apartment was great. It had 3 bedrooms. So if you divide it by 4, that's like really, really cheap. And then in fact, we booked it for like 3 nights, and we were able to get down the price quite a bit for the rest of our stay. So you should totally do this. Airbnb is a great resource to find long-term stays. For short-term, just go to booking.com and sort it by the cheapest. One thing that I do want to mention, if you are like me, if you also live off making videos online, you should avoid the 5th Avenue, which is the main touristy spot. And yes, you can also get cheap deals there. Right now, for example, I am indeed staying on 5th Avenue, but we will leave on Saturday now, not only because it is a bit pricier to stay on 5th Avenue, but also because it is quite noisy, especially during the nights and especially during the weekends. 5th Avenue here is like the party area. So if you want to have a bit more calmness, go outside. This is the Quinta Avenida, which is 5th Avenue in Spanish. And even though it really doesn't look so big, you can see it's right in the center, and this is where all the party spots are. Now, if you do take an accommodation further outside, like this pool room is somewhere here, how do you get from there to there? Now there are two options that you have. You can take taxis, or you can take so-called colectivos, which are like shared taxis, but we normally just go for the taxis. They're really affordable, especially if you are with 2 or more people. So if you are somewhere outside here or so and you want to go to the city center, it will cost you like $2, maybe a bit more. So it's really affordable to take even taxis, which is private transport. If you do want to take colectivos, they will just be like 40 cents or so, but then you are obviously stuck to a certain departure time, and then you need to wait for colectivos all the time. So normally, especially because we are with mostly 3 people here in Mexico right now, we just take the taxis, and then divided by like 3 people, that's like $70 or so to take one taxi. So it's really affordable. So Playa del Carmen I really love. It's like a little community. I have lots of friends here that live there. A lot of my friends actually come from Mexico City and now live in Playa del Carmen because they are performers and they perform for the hotels here in Cancun and Playa. What do I think about Cancun? Well, Cancun is like the big brother of Playa del Carmen. It has so many American tourists there as well. All the excursions go from Cancun if you want to go to Isla Mujeres, for example. Cancun is just overall a lot bigger. Yes, sometimes livelier, but also just, I don't know, it's a bit less centralized. Like Playa del Carmen has this one avenue, which is like where this stuff happens, and Cancun is a bit more spread out. It's a bit more of a big city, and I personally quite like centralized cities where you have like one center and then you have some suburbs where you can just take a taxi there and back. In Cancun, I almost sometimes feel a bit lost because it's like, okay, then you have kind of like a center there and then kind of like a night market in a completely different spot. Cancun is just bigger, it's a bigger city. I personally way prefer Playa del Carmen. Maybe this is a bit biased though, because I have lots of friends here as well. Cancun is just quite big. In Cancun, the important thing to understand is that the nice beaches are not in walking distance from the actual downtown center, which is here. The nice beaches are all here in the hotel zone or further away from Cancun. So you can't just stay in the center of Cancun where you see it right here and then walk to the beach like you can in Playa. Right here from the point I'm filming this video from, the beach is like 4 minutes away by foot, so this is quite amazing. The cool beaches in Cancun are mostly in the hotel zone. Don't get food there, don't pay too much for a taxi, and also I wouldn't recommend you to stay in the hotels there because it's going to be really pricey. What I would personally do in this case is I would stay somewhere here in downtown Cancun and then take the bus there, which costs like $50 or something, to the hotel zone, and then you can spend your time at the beach. But this is another reason why I really prefer Playa del Carmen, because the beach is so close to the city center. It's really like 2 minutes from the city center, and even if you stay in the city center, you can just walk to the beach and do whatever. Overall, I have a feeling that Playa del Carmen is a bit freer. And now over the next months, over the next weeks, I hope to also go to other parts in Mexico. The thing at the moment, Mexico City, for example, is quite shut down. I have a lot of friends also in other parts of Mexico, so I can't wait to explore there. If you do want to have like a Western infrastructure, some Western food here and there, and good Wi-Fi and all these things, you will most likely find them in either Cancun, Playa del Carmen, or Tulum. If you do go to Mexico City, be prepared, it's going to be a bit more hectic from what I have seen. At the moment, I haven't been to Mexico City yet. The reason for this is not because I didn't want to go. I did want to go, but it's quite locked down at the moment. This year, the Riviera Maya in Quintana Roo, which is the state, it keeps itself open for the tourists because like 85% of the economy here is tourism based, so they don't want to shut down this engine of the economy that drives in the tourists. So here you will find everything to be quite open. If you go further away into Mexico, it's going to be a lot more locked down. So this is why at the moment we are just staying here in this region, because all Mexicans, in fact, even from other parts of Mexico, are now coming to Playa, maybe go on a little holiday, the ones that can afford to stay there for a while. And as I said, a lot of my friends are also coming from Mexico City, for example, or Guadalajara or other places in Mexico, and now they live in Cancun or Playa. because they are performers, they work for the hotels and stuff. Guys, this area here is the tourism spot, and I can really recommend it as a digital nomad or an expat because you get a lot for your money. The food is amazing. I'm personally vegan and I have no problem living here as well as a vegan. You do have a lot of meat and tacos and stuff, but with this you can literally just tell them, hey, okay, don't put this meat onto my taco, and you're gonna be fine, even if you have, like, I don't know, lactose intolerance, if you're vegan, if you're vegetarian, whatever, you are gonna have a nice time here. Overall, the internet speed, you will have to have a look. I personally have a Mexican SIM card and the internet is quite reliable like this. There are some accommodations where the internet is really bad. Like we've been to 2 accommodations now where it was quite bad, the internet. In this one right here, it's actually really good. So overall, I don't have any problems here with the internet. Safety wise, it's also here for sure in this area. It's quite safe. You do have a lot of police patrolling with machine guns. You know, in Mexico, overall, it's not the safest place to be in some cities. This is largely due to gang violence, but I can tell you guys, I've also been to Honduras, I've been to El Salvador, which are known to be a lot worse, and I have also survived being there. So don't be too worried about Mexico safety-wise. I also don't think it's a great way to live if you're constantly just worried about your safety. You need to get out there and live, and especially if you stay in this area here in the Riviera Maya, they are actually patrolling a lot in order to keep the gang violence out there, yeah, and the gangs also wouldn't profit if the tourists stop coming in, because in the end, yes, they will also a bit earn through the tourists that are coming in here and through the shops that then pay the gangs in order to be safe and so on. So what I just want to show with this is that the gangs wouldn't profit from making a fuss here in this area. It's overall really safe to be here. Even at night, I feel completely safe walking here in this area. So yeah, I hope you liked this little video. If you have any questions, I will answer them in the comments. Let me know. This is the first time I've done a video like this. As I said, currently I am indeed in Playa del Carmen, and I can really recommend it as a digital nomad place. You also do have a lot of people from all around the world coming there. Like if you're interested in cryptocurrency, for example, there's the crypto meeting in Playa, and overall it's quite a nice place to live in my opinion. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Luca Pferdmenges. I'm the German travel guy, and I'm currently on my mission to visit every country on the planet. If you are from some exotic country that you probably think I don't know anybody from, like from the South Pacific, then message me and I'm more than happy to get in touch with you, and maybe you can assist me in my future travels. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Guys, and follow me on Instagram at AlexCAP.